The card of the day for today, November 5th, is release old patterns and beliefs. So, yeah. Alright, so let's get into this. So, the card says release healing, growth, and transformation. So, I feel like you're really on the cusp of something new here, and your spirit team really wants you to, release the past so you can have a new future, a better future. You know what I mean? Because, of course, we all have free will here. So, both of these cards say self awareness. So, that's really important here as far as like just being more aware of who you're around and how they're making you feel. But also just really taking some, I was going to say initiative, but it's really just, what is the word? Oh my God. Basically, just like accountability. There you go. So taking some accountability when it comes to, the part that you played in your past and stuff like that. So, you can really put it to rest, because we always want to point the finger when it comes to things that's happened to us, but it's really important to be able to think about, like, okay, if I didn't accept this behavior, it wouldn't have kept happening, you know what I mean? So, of course, there's different situations that, wouldn't call for that, you know what I mean? So, I don't really want to get into that, but you know what I mean. We have focus on your own growth. So, this kind of came up the last time I used this deck, and it also says self-awareness, self-improvement, self-discovery, growth. So, yeah, this is all about you and what you need. That's really important for this next part of your journey. I am getting a vibe that someone just really doesn't want you to thrive. So, yeah, continue focusing on you, because you're the one that's going to grow. You know what I mean? People like that don't want you to prosper, don't want you to thrive for whatever reason. They're going to get theirs, you know what I mean? And it's 11:44 as I'm saying that. So, yeah, that's a lot. This card says strengthen your spiritual connection. So yeah, your spirit team is just really wanting you to listen to them. Also listen to yourself. You gotta listen to your intuition. So that's really gonna be big. So I was just saying that these two are really gonna be big when it comes to your growth overall. I feel like you can't really have one without the other, But also, listening to your intuition is really going to be a way for you and your spirit team to like grow together, you know what I mean? And I feel like one of the things I was getting here is that you pour so much into like a relationship and everything else, but you only like come to your spirit team when things are wrong, So I feel like it's really important to have that relationship, to go to your spirit team when things are wrong, when things are right, when everything's working, when it's not, you know what I mean? So it's not just like a I need you type of thing, That's where this practicing gratitude will come in, because I feel like that's when you'll just appreciate everything for what it is, whether it's like you running late, that could be like you avoiding a big accident or something, or something like that. So I just feel like that's really going to be important. Okay, so next we have here is practice forgiveness. I actually meant to bring that card out earlier, but it's okay. That's really going to be important when it comes to, the old beliefs, and just kind of like I was saying earlier about having, taking accountability, but also just really forgiving yourself and forgiving others for, what transpired. And I'm hearing something about like the somatic exercises, to kind of help like release tension, trauma in your body. So I know trauma is usually like in your hips, so maybe definitely focus on that. But I think it's really important, just because I feel like your spirit team is saying that it's time to let this go. You've held on to it long enough, and yeah, you deserve peace. So I feel like that's what's coming next. So we have practice patience. So I know it's a lot for you to grasp here, so just bear with me. The patience card is, pretty self-explanatory, but yeah, your spirit team just really wants you to have patience, know what's coming, good things are coming, and you just really need to believe that, and I feel like that'll just make it easier. We also have this focus on the positive. It says optimism, positivity, hope, and gratitude. So I also talked about that, and I just feel like really gratitude, forgiveness, patience, that's all going to help as well for you to move on and just, live the life that you want to live. So, yeah, this is all about trust as well. So, that's really why it's important to have that relationship with your spirit team. So, you can call on them at any time. Well, of course, you know that, but you know what I mean. We also have trust the journey. So, it says faith, trust, surrender, patience. So, that's pretty much all of what I've talked about before, but you see how their hands are like kind of in the sky, and yeah, so that's all about, having that relationship with your spirit team and surrendering to the process, because you have to realize that there's some things, a lot of things really, that's just not in your control. So, what can you do? But surrender and just believe that something far outside of yourself is really going to bring things together. You also have to keep in mind that your ancestors are really heavy here. And so that's saying that your ancestors are here and they're definitely trying to help the best way that they can. And also, just back to the patience thing, like everything can't happen at the time that you want it to. So there are some things that just have to, come with time. So that's all I was going to say about that. Another thing here is to honor your unique journey. So this is just about accepting your life as it is and knowing that, you're here for a reason, and, just go with it. Like, you might have a plan to do something with math or statistics, and then, you might feel called to, like, work for a nonprofit, or, I was thinking of something else, like do law enforcement. I don't know, something. So I was just kind of trying to do like something where it's different from what you thought. So I feel like that's really going to come into play. But just know that where you feel you need to go, that's where you're needed. So yeah, sometimes it just might come like randomly. So that's where that trusting your intuition is really going to be important, because your spirit team is really trying to help you get closer to your life purpose, so you and your higher self can meet up and do big things. So yeah, I feel like that's definitely going to come here soon. So next we have find balance between giving and receiving. So I feel like it's definitely giving. I always get that Six of Pentacles vibe here. So you're definitely going to be a little bit more balanced, so not give as much as you might. Hold on. So you actually might take more than you give or something, just whatever the vibe is. I just feel like there's just going to be more balance in your life overall. And I always get Janae Aiko's song, so she's definitely a vibe, and I feel like you might like her music, so that could be significant here. Yeah, I just feel like things are going to flow easier in your life from here on out. So once you really do release the old baggage, the trauma, and all that stuff. So definitely have that to look forward to. So this could be like financial, but this could also be, romantic, because we have focus, foster emotional intimacy. So yeah, I feel like there could be. So I feel like there's definitely someone that is coming in, and it will be a different vibe from what you're used to. This is definitely going to show like how much you've grown, because it's clear that what you put up with definitely has a lot to do with your self-esteem. So definitely higher now, like you'll see. Okay, so this is someone that honors your emotions. This is someone that will celebrate your success. This is someone that honors your boundaries. They respect you. They won't judge you. This is someone that is serious about committing to you. Like, they just are a whole vibe. And I feel like this is definitely a divine partnership. This is love, in its purest form. So it's definitely going to be everything that you want. We also have this embrace your inner child, so I do feel like this connection could, just bring out that childlike wonder in you. This could be about a child coming into the mix. We also have focus on the present moment, face challenges together, and let go of fear. So I will say with this person, life will be easier. I feel like you'll be in your soft era. You'll be able to let your hair down. You'll be able to really relax because this person isn't gonna go away. I feel like this fear could be of like abandonment. That's why there could be a lot of trust issues with you and your spirit team. Maybe I feel like maybe if you did go through a lot of abandonment, like from your parents or past relationships, and it's really hard to believe that you're worthy of someone that won't leave, but that's definitely going to change very soon. So yeah, I feel like now you'll be able to. It's really funny how went from releasing the old beliefs to now focusing on the present moment. So I definitely feel like that is going to be a big change here. So you're healing, you're growing, and you're also finally experiencing peace. So yeah, I feel like with that, like it's gonna be a blockage that's gonna be removed where, money might come easier and love just feels like a breath of fresh air. I was saying that this could open the door for like new friendships or just new opportunities that you didn't even think were in your area. This could also be like, people like higher up are talking about you in a positive way that you didn't even know. So it's definitely going to be like a big turn, a big change coming your way. So, yeah, just okay. So this card was at the bottom. We have take responsibility for your actions and emotions. So this was kind of like what I was talking about earlier as far as like releasing the old patterns, forgiving yourself. So that was it. That's just confirming the message here. We also have trust in the power of love. So yeah, like I was saying, love is definitely coming in and it is going to be unconditional. You're going to be free. And I'm getting the song Free by Genu and Rumi, K-pop Demon Hunters. So yeah, I feel like, what is the part? I can't think of it right now. I'm so tired. But yeah, I'll probably write about it later. But yeah, I feel like love is definitely coming in and it'll be easier. So pretty much like I was saying, this is just confirming everything. But last card here, we have embrace your divine purpose. What did I just say earlier? Like you are really coming into your own and really like embracing your life purpose. Like things are really going to come together after that because we're all brought here for a reason and your spirit team has been trying to get you there. So I feel like you're finally ready to embark on a new journey. So yeah, it's lit. That's what I'm hearing, like it's only going up from here. So yeah, just really be open to the new, okay? It might be scary, it might be different. It's definitely going to be different. So yeah, old ways won't open old keys won't open new doors. So yeah, that's basically a vibe I'm getting here. But that's all I got. So thank you guys and have a great day. Bye.